start. Addressing the seminar on industrial relation, Union Labour Minister said, "Sir, I should at first thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to address this seminar on a very important subject for the industry of the country as a whole. As on the smooth industrial relations depend the national industrial production, it is absolutely necessary that all those who are concerned with this subject should work for that end with heart and soul. I hope you will agree with me when I say that the trade unions and the employers have a very vital role to play in building up sound, healthy industrial relations. We all know that improvement in industrial relations cannot be brought about by government alone. Through legislation or otherwise, in a free and democratic country, it is chiefly a matter for the management and labor who are the main parties concerned. They are responsible for the development of mature labor relations. I believe that the government alone cannot bring about good and sound industrial relations, but that they can be built up by trade unions on the one hand and good personnel management on the other. We are happy to note that the government has launched upon a program for the education of workers. Let us hope that this program will be implemented both extensively and intensively. We all know that at present the trade union movement in this country is conducted by persons who are not workers themselves, who are not directly employed, but by those who are interested in the trade union activities. Now it is time that the workers should look into this anomaly as soon as possible, and they themselves undertake this responsibility and run the trade union movement. In this connection, I wish to point out that today the legislation has proceeded so far that unless workers know their rights under the legislation and also to a certain extent their obligations, they will not be able to reap the benefits which are meant to accrue to them. It is therefore good that the government has undertaken this program of workers' education, and we are sure that the government will see that the courses run by them are properly taken advantage of by the workers and that they are ultimately benefited by them. It was pointed out by some speakers that for the social and economic betterment of the workers, some other activities have also to be carried out. We should not confine ourselves merely to their rights within the factories. We have to train the workers in welfare activities and also in fields like the cooperative movement. The other day I was reading a very useful and interesting study carried out by our neighbor state government with a view to find out the indebtedness of the industrial workers. They have selected 4 or 5 important industrial centers. In these centers, the wages on the whole are very high. But at the same time, it is a fact that a high percentage of industrial labor is indebted. From this, it is evident that it is not only the wages, dearness allowance, and working conditions inside the factory that are alone important. The conditions outside the factory have also to be looked into if they have to function as good citizens. This also shows that the government through welfare agencies should look into the social and economic side of the whole thing and go to the rescue of the industrial workers. It is in this context I wish to stress that the workers' education programs should be undertaken on very healthy and sound lines, because that is the right and sure way of bringing about the welfare of the working classes. This now brings me to the social security measures adopted from time to time by the government. I am referring to the employees state insurance scheme. I have had the advantage of looking at this scheme very closely, as I was associated with it for some time in the past. On the whole, I would say that the activities on the Employees State Insurance Corporation can be divided into two parts, namely cash benefits side and medical care side. So far as the cash benefits side is concerned, things are on the whole running smoothly. The corporation ensures the administration is really efficient and that the laborers get the cash benefits to which they are entitled in time. By and large, we have made satisfactory progress so far as this aspect of the problem is concerned. As regards the medical care side, I am very unhappy because the corporation is not attending to this matter as it is doing in the case of cash benefits side. I wish to stress that this aspect should be taken care of by the corporation if their schemes are to be fully successful. Let me conclude with the fervent hope that as a result of the many schemes undertaken by the government and industrial management, the industrial relations will improve in the near future. Dear sirs, we are in receipt of your telegram expressing deep concern over the delay in the delivery of goods. We regret very much to learn about the inconvenience and loss caused to you by the non-delivery of the goods dispatched by us on the 10th ultimo. Your telegram reached us last evening after our office had closed, and it did not come to our notice until this morning. Soon after its receipt, we have taken immediate steps to find out the reasons for the delay. We are extremely sorry that you had to suffer unnecessary inconvenience. We have been in communication with the railway authorities, but as yet we have not had a full report on the reasons for the delay. All they can say at present is that they think the bale in question was put into the Mysore wagon by mistake, but we have instructed them to make an investigation at once, and as soon as we have their reply, we shall again communicate with you. We have just been urging the railway authorities the necessity of all our goods being delivered with expedition, because if they are even a day late, it may result in serious loss to our patrons. We fully agree with you that the goods were in great demand in the winter market and that you had to disappoint our valued customers since the goods did not reach you in time. After the season is over, there would naturally be no demand for these goods. In respect of such goods for which demand is restricted to a particular season, we take special precautions about the prompt supply. In spite of this, the delay is caused. We have been dealing with you for the past several years and we have had very good business relations with you since long. We regard you as one of our best customers. We hope you will not allow this incident to act as a cause to strain our long-standing business relation. We have already taken steps to avoid recurrence of such situations in future, assuring you of our best attention at all times, thanking you, yours faithfully.